Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Back to throw, it's Ash. Got his man in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beating. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Soto. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll keep it himself. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down for this offense. The give to the tailback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative. They're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to take off. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And the Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
All right, well, if you're the quarterback, you know at this point, this is one of those days that I'm going to have to just strap it up. I'll probably be in an ice bath when the game is over because I'm getting hit a lot, and we're only in the first quarter. My accuracy and my timing is going to have to be at a premium.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Sends it downfield. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Miami.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Wants to throw. It's Ash. Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Wells.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Coming after him. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All wideouts, no backs. Defense playing a bail technique. He wants to throw it again. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Dances away. He'll let it go down the right side. And they will score! Touchdown, Boilermakers! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback is going to block that. Nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to
Afterburners coming. At the 20. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They want to throw it. Might be looking to run. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback adapted. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Past the 30. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw, it's Ash. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They'll run it from the gun. Just buried it. The Boilermakers get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's right on target. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to move it through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
2nd down coming up. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Trying to get to it. They get to him as he throws. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one. Yeah,
you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication is going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They're trying to get to it. And they got him for the sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. The back goes in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure.
Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
The Boilermakers get the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Scanning the field, it's Ash. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. And the Boilermakers will hustle to the line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play on 1st down from the 13-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Quarterback checking off. Wants to fire on second down. Quick pass and catch, good enough for the first down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They'll throw it on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Wide open. He makes the catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it! Touchdown, Miami!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Ash. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Hit as he throws. Got him downfield. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
To the ground. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
On second down, he'll fire. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Canes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
They're bringing heat. Trying to make magic with his feet.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Coming up, 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. They put on the heat and they blocked it. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air, it's Ash. And And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What an interception. He's dangerous because not only can he catch the ball and pluck it out of the air, but he's hard to bring down, too. This is a guy that I think could play offense for a lot of programs around the country, and he showed you his open field running there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And don't forget, they've already had a field goal block. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for a man. It's Ash. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Looking to throw on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Pressure, and that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
To the air, it's Ash. Shoots it to the left. Fires it incomplete. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down.
Game shift. First and goal, Purdue.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 45, Purdue 27.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. DB's right up on the receivers. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You know, I wonder if the offensive coordinator is wishing he would have tried running the football a couple plays ago because the windows are so small to throw into down here. You've had an incompletion. You've now given up the sack. It's going to make this third down really tricky.
And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on third and goal. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Coming after it. And the the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Open space at the 25. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try it over the left side. At the 35, he's got room. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Going up top on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th. You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try the left side. At the 45 on his way. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
And there's a couple parts to the lateral, right? It's when the guy's pitching it and you're hitting him, and causing a bad pitch or it's just a pitch. But either way, trying to get hands on the football, trying to disrupt the timing of the pitch, disrupt the timing of the catch. Nice job on the defense getting to the carrier fast to make something happen.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Nebraska is getting smoked, and even though this might seem surprising, I'm not sure folks around that program feel that way. Something's up there in Lincoln. They're trailing by 14 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Quickly complete. Fighting off the defender. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The give to the back. Dances away again. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. This offense has a second down play. Running back searching for a hole. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Ash. He's going to run it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
He's got his man. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
They'll line up for a second down play. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you